Muslims who don't speak on Palestine and still haven't spoken unspoken against the enemies of humanity that are carrying out genocide, you can say certain things about them. They are silent. People like DJ Khalid and others, they are silent. They are one type of people. Another type of people are the some of the Madkhali people who not only don't speak about defending the Palestinians too much, as if they do at all, but they're the ones saying do not boycott and it's haram. And from their kind of ideology, we have silly pseudo statements like the Palestinians shouldn't resist or whatever else, they should leave their land and stuff like this. They are another type of Muslims, and they are both dangerous, and perhaps the second one is more dangerous than the first one. And then we have the other people that they want to say statements, but they don't want to mention Palestine. They don't want to, in terms of them being the ones that are being the ones that are being attacked and harmed and under occupation and also other things. So they don't want to mention that. Then they do not want to mention that Israel is the one that's doing the genocide and whatever else. And then they want to say things like, if Israel is about peace, why is it doing X, Y, and Z? So they want to also use that in terms of, if you're about peace, we know they're not about peace at all whatsoever. So what is the need to even say, if you're about peace, why are you doing this? So these people are the third type, and I'm sure there's many other types, but these people, I'd say, they are very dangerous, because at least with the second group, they will mention Palestine, and they might incorrectly say don't boycott, it's haram, or the Palestinians shouldn't resist, or they shouldn't leave their land or whatever else, but at least they will mention Palestine. These third type of people, they are pretending like Palestine doesn't even exist in this context, and neither does Israel, but they still want to get their message across because they want to. It seems like they want to pretend that they care. That's why it comes across us. But I'm gonna take good opinion of them and say they do care, but it shows you how much they care that they don't want even to mention the Palestinians or the enemies who are attacking them. And I want to say all of this before reading the pathetic statement. It is on the account of Muftī Menk. I don't know if he's personally put this or his admin or both. He says, I never thought human beings in this day and age would actively unalive entire communities. Why can't he say murder? Why can't he say genocide? Why can't he say these things? Entire communities in the most barbaric way, with the whole world watching, unable to do a thing about it. The extent of brutality is way beyond imagination. All this only to steal strategically located land. What is the strategically located land and quote unquote strategically located land? Why can't he say Palestine? As a Muslim, as someone in the da'wah, as someone who's supposed to be a mufti, why can't he say Palestine? Why can't he say Israel are the ones that are doing the wrong? Why can't he name them? And if you even look into this isn't a fatwa, but I'm sure he, as a mufti, he is well versed in fatwa. There's a fatwa for specifically saying things, and there's another way you can say it generally. He is giving the most vague, silly, pathetic statement, like, oh, just this strategic. There's plenty of strategic lands that people want, not just in Palestine, elsewhere. So we know what he's trying to refer to. So why doesn't he just say it? This is how some of these people like to word their statements. If peace is what you really want, then this will only ever make matters worse. Enough is enough. We know that they don't want peace, and we've seen that they don't want peace. They don't need to mention that whatsoever. And is it like, if you really want peace, don't do this, and then you get peace? Is that what he's trying to say? And enough is enough. Yeah, enough is enough. Enough of these silly statements. As someone who's supposed to be in the da'wah, who's had decades of experience, who's supposed to be a learned, well-respected scholar, who's supposed to be a mufti, is this what you produce, or your admin produce? And even if it was your admin, then you allowed it. Like, is this acceptable? And people who support you, they should be calling you out. In this time when we need people to speak the most and be specific and clear, you are being very vague. And in fact, this statement is okay, is better than no statement. In fact, it could be said, it's no statement is better than this. It could be said, and I'm not saying it, but it could be said. And also, this is like a slap in the face to the Palestinians and people who support the Palestinians. You don't even want to mention their land. You don't want to mention them. You don't want to mention their enemies. You just want to be vague. If we wanted vague statements, we could ask, I don't know, we could ask Grok or ChatGPT or even them. They don't make vague statements. Like they say how it is. But you seem like a robot who is too afraid to say something. What are you gonna lose by saying it? Are you worried about followers? Are you worried about money? I don't know what you're worried about. But why do you need to speak like this? If your family was being the ones that were being slaughtered alive, burnt alive, would you be just saying like this in a strategically placed land and things like this?